Hello everyone, this is Bigalski.
And this is Shelly Bear.
And finally, after a few weeks of delay, we're able to do the commentary for our 20th anniversary Ninja Gaiden Black celebration, extraordinary trip. It was so much fun. We will talk about that later.
Yeah, it was a great time. Y'all are going to really enjoy all the photos, and we will go ahead and get started.
So I wanted to start the video out with kind of a behind the scenes of what it took to put this trip together. JTB and I have been talking about it for a long time, and I sent out between Facebook messages, Discord messages, text messages, all kinds of messages to different people through different platforms back on September 20th, 2024 to let them know about the trip and how we were going to plan it, just to kind of get an idea of how many people were going to come. The main thing I want to say that people's concern was the cost. The cost wasn't anywhere as expensive as people may have been or thought it was going to be. For example, our Verbo was basically $200 for 4 nights, or $50 a night for 4 days in Vegas. Is not expensive at all. We had some custom shirts made and some custom cards made, which we'll get into a little bit later on. The round trip airfare that Shelly and I got was $174, but we got it early. There was people who could have gotten it a lot less, like I saw some from Dallas and for $100, $120. I saw some from Boston for $165 round trip. So if people put their due diligence in, it really wasn't going to be that much. I told people to save $50 to $75 a month for a year, and they would have more than enough for the trip, and that was the case. I'm sorry that a lot of people came back and told me, man, I wish I'd gone. I thought it was going to have been more expensive. But people can always plan for the next time. Also, JTB was planning on to come out here with his mom, and that's the reason the dates were kind of how they were. It was all going to be a big get-together, and once, unfortunately, that they had to back out of it, we couldn't change the dates. We had already booked our flights. Some other people had already booked their flights, and we'd already put money down on the car, so we just couldn't back out. And as frustrating as it was, and again, I understand life happens, but I'm glad Shelly and I went through it.
And it was a great time, and we're extremely thankful for everybody that came out with us.
So without further ado, in terms of, that's kind of the disclaimer part. After all that said and done, we had to talk about getting shirts done. So here's a list of the people that came out. I had to get their gamer tag spelled right, the shirt size, how much the cards were going to cost, how much the shirts were going to cost. This was part of the rough draft of the deck of cards, or the face of the cards. The card box was actually its own, the Ninja Gaiden cover. Nobody would touch that.
Nobody at all.
Except for one company in Houston, and that's the reason it was a little bit more expensive. Here was kind of the first rough draft of the shirts. Now these slides are only like 10 seconds long, just because we could spend forever talking about this video. But this was the initial shirt.
This is what we really wanted.
Yeah, this is what we really wanted. That was kind of approved by some people. This was the mock-up with the that on the back, and we were really excited about that because that combined Ninja Gaiden 2004 and Ninja Gaiden Black. Unfortunately, the shadow made it look like this, so that was not possible to have the shirt made like that. So this was the other option that the guy presented me at the very last minute, and we chose the upper right shirt. So that was kind of the shirts and the cards to get it together. This is a little bit of a buffer screen, but this is Shelly and I getting ready to take off in Houston. You can see how flat it is. We were excited to get to the mountains and go do a bunch of stuff. Here's the Hoover Dam from air. You can see how low Lake Mead is, and we actually went out there a little bit later on. We went out just about 20 miles outside of Las Vegas into the Spring Mountain recreational area, and this is just me holding the camera speed open for 5 seconds. We did a lot of hiking the first day that we were out there. And again, that was supposed to be kind of planned with JTB and his mom. Vegas is a lot more than just the Strip, downtown, gambling. There's so much more to do. This is Mount Charleston, which is about, I guess, about 20 miles away or so, or 25 miles away.
Yeah, roughly.
And while it was 100 degrees at the base when we got up to the top.
But it was not the same way at the top.
Yeah, it was 68 degrees. And this is just some of the views. Again, we try to encourage people to get out and do other things and hike. It wasn't that bad of a hike once we got used to it.
Yeah, coming from flat going into elevation, it takes a minute. But just take your time, enjoy the sight, the sounds and the smells. And like we said, there's so much more to do outside of Vegas to enjoy out in nature.
And, Death Valley's not too far away, a couple hours away. Lake Havasu.
We saw some burros.
Yeah, they were on the side of the road. So this is what we did on, we got there Tuesday. Here's my buffer screen again. Wednesday we did the hiking. We went out to go eat with Guilty Gaming that night. And then on Thursday, that's when people started to come in. Here's Selden and Evil House. We ate at the Rio at Hash House.
Go-Go.
Yeah, while they got in. Again, we still had to wait. The Verbo wasn't ready until later on in the afternoon. So we had some time to kill. But, we rented a house. I think it was 4 bedrooms. It had roughly 10 beds. This is going to be Shelley kind of showing.
There's Selden saying hey.
Yeah. So she did a video of basically where we stayed. It was nice. The beds weren't like that gray cat. They
considered that a bed.
Yeah. That wasn't the greatest, but this was downstairs. So somebody we had a washer dryer, and as nice as it all was, we did have a few issues. We didn't have enough sheets.
We didn't have enough legitimate beds. We didn't have enough bed linens. Right here in this kitchen area, there was a breaker that kept tripping. So, and then we had some plumbing issues, which happened because of the people that were there before. But those situations got resolved, except for one restroom. Overall, it was really nice. If you got there, if you were the first one to get there, you got to pick your room.
Yeah. And the AC worked great. It was really nice. But here was the main TV, and we ended up moving TVs down from upstairs, and everybody will see all that stuff. But I think, like you said, they came that night, gave extra sheets, gave extra towels. The pool table
was junk.
Yeah, with me being a pool player, that was junk. We kind of moved that way off to the side, and didn't even. I don't think anybody even played a game. I might have hit one ball just to see what it was like, and it was terrible.
It was awful.
Yeah. But they didn't have enough glasses, or it was.
There was a lack of things here and there. And we had a little trouble with the ice maker. It did not want to make enough ice. But overall, good area, lots of room. The fact that we can move the televisions downstairs really helped when it came to playing. It was good. The guys said that they would stay there again if it came up.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it wasn't the end of the world, some of these mistakes. I know it seems like we're griping a little about. Well, I guess we are a little bit. We did, pay. It was $2,100 for 4 nights. And then when you divided that out by everybody staying 4 nights, it was under $200. So Evil House took this room, and Shelley and I took the master. There was a little, we're getting to it.
The things they considered a bedroom in this place, I think, were more geared towards if you had kids.
Yeah, this was a bedroom.
Yeah, that was considered a bedroom.
Or at least a bed.
I think not. But the master was huge the bathroom was freakishly huge. They did have a couple of extra linens here and there, but not quite enough. That's okay. The shower was great. That was huge. We should have seen how many of us could squeeze in there all at once, kind of like the telephone booth thing.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful how you word that.
Clothed.
Yeah, clothed. There you go.
Yeah,
there
you know what I mean.
We're friends, but we ain't that close. I will say I did not care that the bathroom door, or there was no bathroom door on that.
For the toilet area.
Right. I didn't care for that. But one of the things about the price, we wanted to try to make sure that there was 10 beds, and that's what we were told. Again, y'all have seen some of the beds or whatever, but look into that, because we wanted people to sleep comfortably. We didn't want to have 6 beds and then 11 people get here and then people bunked on the floor, and that actually happened one night. P. Sarin brought his air mattress, so that was good. Maybe this room could have had 2 twin beds in it. Maybe the other room could have had 2 twin beds, but there wasn't really an issue. I think a couple guys had to sleep in the one with 2 beds, and nobody said that it was bad or anything. The upstairs bathroom worked great. The shower in ours, but the again, the restrooms downstairs, trying to go number 2 wasn't the best thing, but we got it all figured out and didn't have any issues. So this is, once we started getting everything hooked up, this was my original Xbox that I got hooked up and everything worked great. And this was my new Xbox, the Series X, got all that hooked up. And I texted that out to everybody that, hey, we're live, we're going. And then so once people started coming in, this is me reading off my game cartridge that Snag gave me a long time ago. I might just make a standalone video about all the people I've made with that. We didn't know what to go eat or where, so we just went and ordered pizza and basically just kind of hung out, talked for the people who were there, watched a lot of old videos from Kiori and Trent Steele, Razor Ramon, talked a lot. Guilty bought some shirts. This is our little kitty cat talking, if you hear her, little Bree. He made some of these shirts and gave those out. Evil House did these drawings.
Some excellent artwork.
Yes, and he autographed them for everybody, and people could take whatever they wanted. I have a little special thing at the end I wanted to show. Shelly and I, took one of everything. I know I think maybe 1 or 2 was the only thing that he had left. This was the next day. We got, everything started setting up. We had the other TVs getting ready to go, but we had to go grab a bite to eat, so we went to Blueberry Hill, the people who were already there. And that place is fabulous, and it's cheap, and the food is excellent. And then this is me. I didn't play much, but I played good enough to break 720,000 on CG4, Captivating Goddess 4. So
and then you were done.
Yeah, and then I was pretty much done to watch everybody else.
How many times have you done this and walked out the door with like 90 kills or something?
I did it at 119 the other day.
Oh no!
Fuck the books, man.
Gotta know the lore.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
right.
know the
Yeah,
lore.
jeez.
And the pillars, come on now.
Like, come on, you ain't a real NG fan unless you know the lore.
I don't have no clue. I've never read the books.
What?
I've never read any of the books.
We're all fake NG fans.
I just wanted to play. I could care less about the stories. Is the actual game part of it fun for me?
No,
No, I will say the story.
Things.
He was never curious.
No.
Did you know that this game actually takes place during the leap year?
Oh wow, that was so
How do you
cool to
figure?
Because
counterattack all 3.
The last notebook you fight from Guy,
And
before you
they gave me
get
a
the
blue
keys.
too.
Nice.
The last date he put in is the February 29th.
Oh, really?
Is when? What?
This game takes place during the leap year.
Oh, really? Cool.
Because I think it's died.
And then that happened.
Oh man! But that's what the whole
He was
setting
kicking
was
it.
like.
Did you get all that on video?
The oohs and the ahs
We're
and
gonna
the
send
oh
it
my
to you.
god and the cheers and the moans and it
And
was
the what the?
yeah, oh yeah. There's a lot of cursing going on, and it wasn't just this game. We all played a lot of different games, but here's kind of the setups. You can see the the 3 TVs and the monitor. Jason brought some of the stuff he brought from, which is Weibel 760. I always say Weibel, but some of the stuff that he brought, we're getting there, starting to put everything out on the table. We want people to sign and talk and just fellowship and hear different stories. Jason made the little incendiary
The
shurikens.
shurikens.
Yeah, right there next to the ninja dog. X Factor Hates You brought me the little Ninja Gaiden sign. Selden, who has Japanese ancestry, this was, I forget the name of it, but he brought that out, and that was very cool. Just the
That's
history.
his kimono. That is what a gentleman would traditionally wear to work. And you hang it inside out so that you can have something pretty to look at while you're working.
So that was very cool that he brought that. Again, we shared a lot more with each other. It was such a good, intimate setting. Again, you can see all the laughs, how we're all there watching and talking and playing. And it was just so much fun. And then after that, we had to go eat. So this is us eating at Ping Pang Pong, which is a restaurant in the Gold Coast. The food was excellent. I think we ordered a ton of food, and I think it was like $25 a person or something. So really not that bad for the variety of food we got. This is the Video Game One bar that we went to earlier in the year. Not too many people. We didn't really play Ninja Gaiden Black that much. We played a lot of different games. Everybody enjoyed playing the different games and seeing what was going on and just hanging out. I mean, it's a good time. Shelly, you walked around and played a lot.
Oh, yeah. There's everything from, like, the guys are playing Ninja Turtles, Terminator, Galaga, Zaxxon, Centipede, Qbert.
Well, my little Qbert story is coming up. There's Guitar Hero. I played a lot of the old games that I was used to growing up, and I remember Mondo Bondo was watching me play Qbert, and he recorded this.
Got lucky. That's luck, fellas.
So Qbert has 9 levels, and then once you beat the 9th level, it'll flip over to the 9th level again. So that was my final score. I used to play that a lot, could break 1,000,000, but that was a long time ago. But we stayed there, and then we all came downtown to take a picture of the Las Vegas sign. That was really nice, and I know everybody wanted to do that. It's a must-see, especially at night. And here's, again, just kind of another little video of the action going on. I think Mondo might have taken this. So VMD, Alex, he's a black belt in karate. So he brought his black belt and shared, how he got involved in that, and also did some moves with the staff, the bow staff, which was really one of the pool sticks. But he showed us that and demonstrated some things. And this is the video.
The famous cartridge.
Yeah, the famous cartridge. And I want to pay tribute to our good buddy Leo Gets It Done. It was Leo's idea, or his comment, that gave me the idea about making a video of all the people I had met. I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I had texted him and never got a response. And I happened to look up because it was so unlike him, and I found his obituary. But he came out, Sneh, the one, it's me, Shelly, Murphy's Ghost, Sneh, and Leo going from right to left. Leo drove all the way from Rhode Island to come and visit us with that night. We always remained really good friends. Appreciate Sneh and Murphy's Ghost. I still have contact with them. And I was up in Boston back in 2019, and Leo again drove up for us to get together. He had some weight loss surgery done, and it was just he lost, I guess, too much weight. I'm not sure, but it was too much, and he had a heart attack and died young. And that's his brother. And this past year, we were driving that way and asked him if he wanted to meet and sign the cartridge. So we did that. Just had a great time. He shared some stories with Leo, and just very fortunate to have that opportunity. And so this is getting ready to sign some of the things that we're going to do, but I'm fixing to make my little NG talk speak. I kind of break up, but thanks to all. It means a lot that y'all took the time to come. You know, this is a special game. It's been a part of our lives for a long time, and it brought a bunch of strangers together. Some people thought it might have been a little weird. I think it's wonderful. One of the best. Sitting back and watching y'all play and laugh and cry and bitch and, you know, all the fun stuff that this game brings us together. A lot of people wanted to come. They couldn't come. Rang. Rang, who has been on the Iberian side. He's on a lot of sites. Maybe some of y'all know him as RAENG. We have coffee going. Reuter, but he's also part of Stinger magazine, just in case y'all may have known him. He said, I can't make it, but what I want to do is I want to buy one of Itagaki's favorite whiskeys. He would drink this while he was making the games. It would help him think. And he's like, this is my gift to everyone. Sorry he can't make it. And he did have a little comment he wanted for me to read. So, hello everyone. 20 years ago, who would have thought over 7,000 days ago we'd be given a game that we still play to this day and would bring so many people together in friendship. While I didn't enter the community until a bit later, I found it to be nothing but a kind, mature, and welcoming side of the gaming internet. It is a game that promotes partnership against adversity, of players helping each other and others to reach new heights. It was users like yourself that made me learn and love this series, which in turn made me befriend many other ninjas that enriched my life. People like Pondral, I can't say a lot of his name, Padshaw, Sultan, Lance, Monin Ronin, people might have heard his name, Platts, SBK, and Murphy's Ghost. I mean, maybe of y'all, Murphy's Ghost. I've been fortunate, I've met him a few times.
Lucky.
Very, very nice. For whom I've shared so many good memories over the last 20 or so odd years within these games, just to name a few. I also want to thank Big Al. Sorry.
It's okay.
Take a shot, bro.
Yeah, really.
Itagaki son used that to make this game vicious.
Yeah, that's why the enemies are so hard.
I also want to thank Big Al for keeping the community open and welcoming, and for organizing this event and keeping the Ninja Gaiden community alive. You all rock, and I hope you have a great time together. And to help with that, there is a gift attached with this letter. While making his games, Itagaki was known for drinking one of the many whiskeys, saying, I think I had better ideas when I was drinking whiskey.
Same.
Yeah. They can all relate. It would only be apt to celebrate the anniversary of one of his creations with the same drink. Bottoms up, much love. Hasker is his name. Reuter/Rank. So everyone come and grab a little, even if you don't drink it.
Ooh, give me that one. That's
You
the other one.
know, we're gonna cheers. Do a little cheers. Yeah.
Who else needs one?
I already drank mine, so
I guess you get another.
yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
You're Big Al.
I'm already losing.
You
It's such a
gotta
softy.
You have to drink. It's bad luck. It's bad luck.
This is what
Yeah,
he
take-
drank. This is what he drank.
Yeah.
when he
Yeah, you should
came
have
up
had
with
yours.
Berserkers, all the sadistic stuff.
Everybody, to Ninja Gaiden and to friendship. Thank you.
Cheers.
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 Oi, not doing Kampai.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah. So enjoy.
Okay.
That's the horror
Dang.
later.
Itagaki.
Well, we got a lot for later
This is
on. We
where,
got a lot for later on. I know you don't do it. Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's what the
Yeah, tastes a little bit like that too.
It's a little woody.
A little?
You like this stuff?
For the second
Yeah.
part of our event, if people brought anything to sign, it's all over here on the table.
signing names or gamer tags rather.
That's my ticket to the party.
Gamer tags.
Yeah.
Gamer tags. Gamer tags. So
One more?
I want
Have another
everybody
ticket.
to,
Yes, so.
Hey, ready for the flight?
That is
Yeah.
this is my
Yeah,
original
that is
Xbox.
Actually,
brutal.
Start playing the game on. I would like everybody to sign it, please. And unlike Corsa, who signed it the wrong way, please everybody, you know.
You want to use a silver Sharpie for that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So there we go. It's like y'all were there with us. It was a very special time, like I said earlier before the video started. I get a little choked up. It's a lot of work to put all that together, to sit there and just be a part of that and soak it all in. It was a little overwhelming for me. I know I've said people are sick of it, how much older I am. I just came back from my 40th reunion. We've had, 30 or so, or almost 30 people pass away. So, it's, I think a little bit differently when it comes to these things and maybe some of the younger people. But we all had a great time signing. Shelly, again, thank you for taking all the pictures. The kind of the big joke about Corsa, he signed my cartridge a total different direction than anybody else. And then after he signed it, he said, I wish I'd done it the other way. And I said, yeah, I kind of wish you had too. But we all got to sign everything, some great mementos. Here's kind of the wind down time.
Oh, I forgot the date. Oh, why do I keep doing that? It's hard to get used to.
We did forget to get the backs of the shirt, but it'll be okay. So it was great. Y'all can see what it was like, having people sign everything. I wouldn't call it cheesy at all. Maybe some people would. I don't know. Selden had the back of his shirt signed by everybody. That's very unique right here. I thought that was very cool, to be honest with you.
I love X Factor and Evil House's autographs.
And then here's my Xbox. I'm actually going to retire that, but I got everybody to sign it, and it was just a lot of fun to get them to do everything. We had to get ready to leave. It was Saturday. Some people had to leave for that day. We went to the Pinball Hall of Fame, and right after all of that was done, to just go see it. Guilty had to leave, and so this is the last picture with all of us in there before Guilty left to go to the airport, and then I took Alex to the airport, VMD, and then we were downtown. So this is at the Heart Attack Grill. This is our, I guess, collective essence minus 2 people. But here's some stuff I want to show you about Preet. Preet was playing Pisarin, and this whole video, when it was getting close to the end, we were all like, die bitch, and all this stuff. But again, watch what happens. I will say everybody was really impressed with, Preet's and Jason's ability to punish this, and CG1, and it was just so cool to watch him play. But this is Ninja Gaiden Black Master Ninja CG4, and I'll leave it at that. So that hit right there knocked him out. So there's one thing a subtle thing, but it kind of messed him up from what he wanted to do. Same right there. But he's still okay. So one little miss input right there. But again, look all the help that she doesn't have and he has.
Until
Yeah, exactly. So we're all yelling, die, bitch, and then that happened. So it can happen to the best of the best. So please don't anybody ever think that you're not good enough to come out and play. But this was the very next game. So good at that online. Forward X loves to do that. Cool. Look at all that damage, but the very next game. So that
then the biatch died.
yeah, exactly. But this might have been one of my most favorite times. We were just sat outside, smoking cigars, having something to drink, and just sharing stories. Jason Preet and myself, we go back to 2005. Jason and Preet, 2004. And kudos to Shelley and Selden.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun being able to be there and take care of my house full of boys.
And Selden helped, and they hung out a lot and just had a great time.
And I really appreciated having him to hang out with.
So this is us, starting to wind down. I think this was after we had gotten back from the Pinball Hall of Fame and being downtown, and now we're just kind of playing other games, just kind of chilling and relaxing. This is Preet. Preet's the one who came up with the low health strategy on the Berserkers with the UF, and he's just kind of doing that and talking about that. And then we went out to eat. The guys wanted to go to a buffet, so we went to the Palms, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is so good!" And after we went back, driving down. They're doing the Formula One, so the strip was kind of crowded a little bit. But this is the Bellagio and the Fountain Show, and this is Shelley and I had this framed. Evil House drew this Bigalski, and this is some of the other cards. So we had that framed, and again, thank him for that, and because that was totally awesome. So we were tired once we got back, and it was kind of late, but he kept trying this. Now, he changed to his Xbox, and it wasn't my original Xbox. There was a little bit of delay probably in mine since I had to do the input, HDMI input versus, back then there wasn't HDMI for that, so there might have been a little bit of delay.
It's not over till it's over.
He did it here, but watch. I was asleep, of course, but he's playing a little bit extra cautious as he's getting closer. But still, just all it takes is just a little bit. And of course, you definitely don't want to walk out the door. I think he's pausing to
Make
take
sure
a
he
deep
doesn't do
breath.
it again.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Nothing more, nothing less.
But any hit, and he's dead. So, well, I'm not going to say anything just yet. It's hard to be flashy or freeform when you're trying to do this specific, have a specific goal here.
I was going to say when you're trying not to die.
Yeah, exactly. Because a double connecting flying swallow, you're pretty much dead from the cats.
Brother. You did it. Good shit.
But it was awesome.
We're sorry we were asleep.
Yeah. So the next morning, we were all packed up, getting ready to leave. We'd packed up everything, and Preet's like, no, we got to just do one more game, one more play. So he hooked up his Xbox, played CG4 on the first try, did that, went to CG1, broke 700 on that, and broke 520 or 500 on CG2. First try on all of them. But that was impressive. This was us checking out, getting ready to leave. Preet was going to take off and head back home. We decided to go to Hoover Dam, the ones that are left, Mondo, Wyansis, Selden, and Evil House. So this is just some of the pictures from Hoover Dam. Again, we encourage people to come out and do these things. There's so much more to do. The guys really enjoyed getting all of this done. And this is Wyansis. He's getting ready to take off. And then the rest of us are going to Good Springs, which is, if anybody plays Fallout 4, or excuse me, Fallout New Vegas, this is where part of that has taken place. And you can go into the store, you can go into the restaurant and
They have great milkshakes.
Yeah, there's some of the Fallout apparel and things about that, but that was really cool. They enjoyed that. And this is, Shelly and I were getting ready to end the video. We're drinking a sarsaparilla.
That we picked up in Good Springs.
Yeah, that was awesome. But having gone through all this again, we could have made the video a lot longer. I'm sorry if it seemed rushed. It could have easily been a 2 or 3 hour video with everything. But I will say, after all is said and done, the headaches of getting everybody together, I'm not going to lie, it was, kind of an ordeal, and getting people to respond and try to find out things from them. But once we got together and we were sitting there, it was just amazing. I would say we've taken a lot of great trips over the years, and I would put this in the top 3. Any thoughts on that? I mean, what do you think?
Definitely, because through, like Al was saying, through all the frustration and aggravation and trying to figure stuff out and what's going to work, and now having to work with this time frame and what are we going to do with stuff, being able to get together with all you guys really was magical. And people that are not in a gaming community or who have not suffered this game do not understand. But this, for a 20-year-old game, this brought a bunch of people who might seem like misfits because we are gamers.
And it's a single-player game.
A single-player game. It's not played with other people, but it brought all of us together for an amazing weekend, and I really enjoyed it.
So this is going to be it. I asked the guys to, send me, either a text or just so everybody could hear it in their own words. So the last part of the video is everybody expressing their good time, and that's going to be it. We enjoyed it, and we'll see what happens going forward. Enjoy. We hadn't texted much over the past few years, but once I let him know we were planning the NGB trip, he said, "I'll be there. Monumental." Everyone enjoyed meeting him and thought his beard was cool. We spoke a lot during the time he was there, and he kept saying how much fun he was having and what an honor it was to share the experience with everyone. He gave me an NG sticker with the 20th anniversary on it, which I've already shown. He had me sign his deck of cards, and we even went out for an evening walk. Here he is finally signing my NG cartridge after 9 years of waiting. He said to let him know if we ever do this again, and he'll be there. Alex is the shy one of the group, so he sent me a text on what to say. He enjoyed seeing some of the sights in Las Vegas, including downtown and all its craziness, eating White Castle for the very first time, and taking an afternoon trip to go see the campus of UNLV. Another first for him, he was able to play Ninja Gaiden 2004 and the Hurricane packs, which was very awesome. He was happy that he got to hang out with some of the guys he'd seen on the forum all those years while meeting new people. Overall, it was a very good trip.
Hey, Mondo Bondo here. I definitely enjoyed my time in Vegas. It was quite an experience meeting some of the best Ninja Gaiden Black players, and still seeing that they occasionally struggle with Alma because she is one difficult boss to pin down. yeah, it was great exploring Vegas for the first time. The Airbnb was excellent, and it was really great meeting everyone, and hopefully I will be able to do that again.
Evil House of Ryuji here. I went to the 20th anniversary get together in Las Vegas. Thanks to Bigalski convincing me to come. I had the time of my life. We got to hang out, and I got to meet a bunch of people that I never met before in my life, including Big Al, people like Selden and Peace Aaron and Weeble, Guilty, Mondo Bondo, just a whole bunch of people. And it was a lovely time, incredible time. First time I've ever actually gone out to the West Coast, coming out here from New York. So it was definitely an experience for me. And for Ninja Gaiden, of all things, wouldn't want it any other way at this point. There's so much to talk about, so much to say, but I'm going to keep it brief, and I'll just say, thank you, Bigalski. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, everyone who came. Big Al especially, we don't deserve you. We really don't. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, this is Selden 12010. First, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Bigalski and Shelly Bear for putting this trip together for this year's in Vegas for the Ninja Gaiden Black get together. It was so awesome to be able to meet up with everybody, some who I've known for, or feel like I've known for years and years, and others are newer faces on the scene, and getting to know them. I just had an amazing time. It was so awesome, and I hope to be able to do it again someday.
What's up, ninjas? YANS is here. I was always going to show up to this, but I'd honestly never had a satisfying interaction related to video games with a stranger in my entire life, so I didn't know if it was going to suck and be 4 days of that, but it wasn't at all. It was great. Everybody there was an expert in the game, so we all recognized the bad breaks and the little expert things we were all doing while we were playing, and it was my first time being in a situation like that, and it was so much fun. I thought it was really cool of Al to come to Vegas with a challenge for me. He asked me to do a Master Ninja Archive challenge on the ground floor with the original life bar, level 2 Dragon Sword, no Ninpo, no elixirs. When he first asked me, I was immediately like, oh yeah, I can do that for you. It ended up taking me all weekend, eventually about 4 hours total, and Al was asleep when I finally did it. But I got it done, and it was a fun little project to work on over the weekend, and I thought it was really thoughtful and cool of Al to challenge me like that. The highlight of the weekend for me was definitely playing CG 1, 2, and 4 into the wee hours of the morning with Evil House and the CG Masters Weeble and Saren. I had heard, probably from some video with JTB and Bigalski, about these legendary all-nighters playing the CGs, and I had one of those. Everybody was amped up, and Saren and Weeble were like, nice, on landing, yep. You got an essence out, ooh, I like that combo. And then we put the finishing blow on her, and everybody jumps up, and we're all cheering and thumping our chests and high-fiving and shit, and it was awesome. And that alone was worth the entire trip. So thanks to Bigalski for doing all the work to make the weekend possible, and let's do it again sometime. Peace.
Hey, this is Weibel760. Just wanted to give Big Al a huge shout-out for putting together the NGB 20th anniversary get-together in Vegas this year. We have met up at least a dozen times with JTB and P. Saren and a handful of other players over the years. We go way back, all the way to the GameFAQs era before Iberian Warrior site, and I hope we keep doing things like this until our fingers bleed and we no longer can swing around the dragon sword. So if any of you players are looking to come out next time we throw this, I highly recommend it, and I'll be out there to play with you and enjoy the festivities. So thanks again, Al, for being the glue that keeps this community together. Looking forward to the next one. Take care and happy gaming.
What's up, everybody? This is Jared Simon, aka P. Saran. The trip to Vegas was great. Thanks, Al, for putting it together. It was great meeting the guys. It's a good community of guys. We had about 3 or 4 TVs going. It was just a chill time. Checked out the Pinball Hall of Fame, which was awesome. Checked out the Player One Arcade, which was great. We still haven't beaten our CG4 high score there, so that's the goal for next time. But I agree with Weibel. Keep playing this thing till our fingers fall off. It's like an old friend. It's like riding a bike. It never gets old, and you never forget how to do it. And it's super fun. It's such an adrenaline rush. It's lightning in a bottle, especially that one mission, CG4. That's like my signature mission. But CG1 is great, and 2. So the game is classic. It's never going to die, and it's a great community. So yeah, you all should come out next time. have a good time. It's not that serious. Just come out, have fun, and have a good time. Life is short. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Hey everybody, Guilty here. 1 week removed from the Ninja Gaiden Black 20th anniversary celebration in Vegas, I'm on the road again, this time in Niceville, Florida. Bigalski and Shelly reached out saying, hey, we're putting the video together. If you had a few words you might want included in the video, please throw them up and we'll throw them in. Well, I just had to say, I had a great time meeting everybody. It was out of this world, I think, to be in a space surrounded by not just like-minded individuals. Like when you go to a convention and there's other gamers or other enthusiasts around you, it's a different environment than that. So what we had was an enclosed, intimate space where everyone was a Ninja Gaiden enthusiast, where you could just sit down and just play NG, and music was everywhere. We were surrounded by Twa and the Awakened Alma theme, and it was just something that you had to have been there. I'm so glad that I was. If I had missed it, I would have regretted it. I'm glad that I got to be a part of it. I am admittedly inspired. It just so happens that I'm in Niceville, which is close to Fort Walton and Destin. I am admittedly inspired to host my own Ninja Gaiden 2 20th anniversary celebration in June of 2028. And Farnham's dumbass, I am going to personally fly him out of Germany and into the panhandle of the state of Florida, just so I can be there firsthand as he speedruns Master Ninja. Because I have leered and laughed at him remotely for far too long, and it is time that I do it in person. So Bigalski, thank you for everything that you did. The event was a smashing success, like I told you. I wish I could have stayed another night. I really do. I did not want to leave. As much as I love my wife and son, I did not want to forego another 18, 20, 24 hours of the mood, the music, the vibes. What was happening in that house was something special. And you should be proud of what you put together.